Good morning, students. How are you doing today? I believe you are all prepared for the class this morning. Kindly get seated with your writing materials as we continue from where we stopped last class. Remember, we were treating soil. We started up with the topic soil, and we were able to define soil as the thin surface of the outermost layer of the earth crust, which support the growth of plants. Today, we'll be looking into the processes of soil formation. Processes of soil formation. Learning objectives. 1. Explain the processes of soil formation. 2. State the factors of soil formation. 3. Discuss soil profile. 4. Outline the importance of soil to man. These are the stated objectives for today. Let's take note of that. Before we look into the topic proper, let's quickly take up the correction to previous assignment. Remember, the topic was soil, which we started up with and still discussing today, and you were asked to state the causes of soil acidity. Causes of soil acidity. 1. We have leaching. Leaching means the wearing away of the soil nutrients. Leaching can lead to soil acidity. 2. Application of nitrogen-containing fertilizer such as ammonium sulfate and ammonium nitrate. Ammonium sulfate and ammonium nitrate can lead to leaching, can lead to soil acidity, Take note of that. Ways of controlling soil acidity. Ways of controlling soil acidity. 1. Application of lime materials such as limestone. Limestone, this is a chemical name, chemical formula rather. Take note of that, CaCO3. Then snack lime as well, quick lime, and wood ash can help to reduce or control soil acidity. Soil acidity can lead to poor yield. Remember, we talked about that last class. It can lead to poor yield of crops. So in controlling soil acidity, you apply limestone, slack lime, quick lime, and wood ash to control the acidity of the soil. Remember, we talked about soil pH. Soil pH, the degree of acidity and alkalinity of the soil. And we said when the acidity of the soil is high, it can lead to poor yield. Take note of that. Okay, let's go to today's topic, processes of soil formation. Processes of soil formation. Soil is formed from parent materials. Soil is usually formed from parent materials by the processes of weathering. Take note of this word, weathering. Weathering means the breaking down of rocks. You see, disintegration, breaking down of rock. This is a complete rock. Weathering has taken place in this rock. You see the processes of breaking down. The rock is already disintegrated into particles, into pieces. The rock has been disintegrated into pieces. Processes of weathering can lead to the formation of soil. This is the parent material. When weathering takes place, soil then is formed. Take note of the definition of weathering as the breaking down of rocks into particles, into smaller and finer particles. Factors of soil formation. We'll be treating weathering as a topic proper, but let's look to factors of soil formation. 1. Weathering of parent materials. Weathering of parent materials, which we have just defined as the breaking down of rock into particles, into pieces. The rocks are being disintegrated. The rocks are being disintegrated for soil to be formed. Take note of that. It's very important. The parent materials are being disintegrated for rock to be found. Then the texture of the parent material will determine the nature of soil to be formed. The next one is topography. Topography means the shape of the land. The shape of the land mass. Shape of the land mass is what we mean by topography. And steep slope promotes weathering faster than gentle slope. Steep slope promotes weathering faster than gentle slope. It increases the rate of disintegration of this rock. So the time for weathering to take place will determine the slope of the land, will determine the nature of the land, if the land is slopy or gentle. 3. Climate. Climate, like rainfall, temperature, wind, which are elements of weather and climate, affect soil formation. Areas of high rainfall or high temperature will promote weathering faster than cool areas. High rainfall or high temperature will promote weathering, will aid the disintegration of this rock faster than other areas. Then we have vegetation cover. Vegetation. Thick vegetation as well will determine how fast the rock will be disintegrated. Nature of the vegetation, either sparse or dense vegetation, as dense vegetation promotes weathering faster than thick vegetation, because some of these plants might definitely grow on rocks. The root penetrates deep inside the crevice of rock, leading to the disintegration of the rock. Biologic or living organisms like termites, earthworm, rodents as well aid soil formation. This is a very good picture of these living organisms that aid disintegration of rock. Time. It takes a very long time for rock to be formed, for soil to be formed. It takes a very long time for soil to be formed, depending on the nature of the parent material, as earlier stated. Depending on the nature of the parent material. If the parent material is hard, it will take a longer time in comparison to a less hard parent material. Time is very important for soil to be formed, for the weathering to be well disintegrated. Let's take note of that. It takes a very long time for soil to be formed. Then the next one is soil profile. Soil profile. Soil profile. This refers, soil profile refers to the vertical section through the underlying rock, showing series of horizontal layers. Showing series of horizontal. It shows series of horizontal layers. Soil profile. We have one, A horizon. Horizon A. Horizon A is called topsoil. As shown, topsoil is horizon A. Horizon B, subsoil. Horizon C, parent material. Horizon D, bedrock, as shown here. These are the horizon. Remember the definition of soil profile as the vertical section through the soil to the underlying rocks, showing series of horizontal layers. These are the layers: horizon A, horizon B, C, and D. You have topsoil, subsoil, parent materials, and bedrock, or you can as well call this unweathered materials. Unweathered. You can call this weathered materials, and this is as well unweathered materials. Let's quickly look to each of the horizon. Horizon A is the surface layer of the soil profile, and as well called the zone of elevation. Take note of this word. It contains more humus. That is this layer, horizon A. The surface layer, the first layer, called zone of elevation, which contains more humus. Horizon B, that is where the soil minerals accumulate. Horizon B, as shown here, this is horizon B, where the soil mineral accumulate. Remember, we have treated the soil composition, where we have inorganic and organic matter. So the minerals are mainly found in horizon B. The soil minerals are usually accumulated in horizon B. Then it is as well known as the zone of elevation. Zone of elevation, where soil mineral accumulate. It contains lots of minerals. This zone contains lots of minerals. Horizon C, it contains weathered parent rocks. That is horizon C. Horizon C contains lots of weathered parent rocks. Rocks that have been disintegrated. Rocks that have been broken down. Weathered parent rock. It represents material from which the top and subsoil are formed. The topsoil and the subsoil are formed in horizon C. Take note of that. The solid parent materials are usually called bedrock in horizon D. Take note of that. Horizon D is bedrock, while horizon C is called weathered parent materials. Weathered parent materials. Then we have horizon D, unweathered material, which is as well called the bedrock. Unweathered material. The rocks in this zone has not been weathered, has not been broken down. It has not been disintegrated. In horizon C, the rocks have been disintegrated. They are weathered materials that has led to the formation of soil in the topsoil and the subsoil, which is horizon A and horizon B. Horizon C gives rise to horizon A and horizon B. While horizon D is where the rocks has not been disintegrated, unweathered parent rocks. Importance of soil to man. Importance of soil. 1. It provides medium for agricultural activities. Medium for agricultural activities. All agricultural activity takes place on soil. Cultivations are being carried out on soil. Growth of crops takes place on soil. Let's take note of that. It is the soil that provides nutrients for the plant growth. Then buildings are erected on soil. Construction takes place on soil. All vegetation types form their basis on soil. Soil provides nutrients for plant growth. Soil provides nutrients for plant growth, or it provides plant nutrients generally. It is the habitat of all living organisms. Living organisms are found as well on soil. Let's take note of this importance of soil. We see how important soil is. Soil is very important to man. Vegetation takes place. Vegetation takes their basis on soil, so provides nutrients for plant, habitat for living organisms. Buildings are constructed on soil. Roads are constructed on soil. Medium for all agricultural activities. For more information, let's take up this book. I believe we have the books here. Agricultural Science for GSS 2 by S. Omosekeji and Essentials of Agricultural Science for GSS by Ernest Chukwudi Ani. Assignment. State 3 importance of soil profile. Remember, we have treated soil profile as the vertical section of the earth through the underlying layers, showing series of horizontal layers. Let's state importance of soil profile. As we have importance of soil, so as well we have importance of soil profile, because that is where the soil is being formed. Horizon A, B, C, D. Remember, horizon A is topsoil, horizon B subsoil, horizon C weathered materials or parent materials, horizon D unweathered or bedrock materials. Let's take note of that. Then you send your response to the email below, which is vera.okenye@greenlandhall.org. Please take note. Endeavor to type your responses. Don't snap it. Send it to the email below. Don't snap. Type it on MS Word and send it to the email stated below. Thank you for being part of this class. I remain Vera Okenye. Bye.